Yo! It is Monday. Monday, May 17th at 8:30 in the morning. How the hell are you? And it's a beautiful day to be alive, my friends. I am broadcasting live from a new location, a new secret location in my home, because part of making things consistent is making them easy to do, right? And broadcasting from my living room, I like it. But I had to set it up and tear it down every time that I did it. So now I've set up a little streaming station here in a guest room in my house. For now it looks pretty bland and different, but you'll get used to it. And this way it's always going to be set up. And all I have to do is hit go live. Got my laptop here, got my phone here, I've got a light here, I've got my guitar here. And we're going to try this out, see how you guys are doing. A couple people called me out for not streaming last week, not posting anything last week, and look. I'll tell you this, one of the toughest things about streaming on YouTube is when you don't stream and people start sending you messages wondering where the stream is. It's so stressful. Stresses me out, but I get it. I'm appreciative that you guys even tune in. So let's see what's happening. We got Bolo in the house with comment number 1. We've lost Kim. I don't see Kim up there at the top anymore. He slipped. Tammy says, what's up, Tammy? What's up, Jeff? What's up, Mickey? What's up, Diligentius? What's up, everybody? She says, you might not believe this, but I was just listening to Now I Can't Feel, which is a song off the new album, Cowboy in the Sunshine. Which is funny, a friend of mine just listened to the record for the first time yesterday, and he was like, he said that song Now I Can't Feel is crazy. And it's funny, I almost didn't put that song on the album because it didn't seem to fit. And then as I played with the sequencing or the order of the tracks for the record, I liked how Now I Can't Feel kind of takes you in a space land. It's like you go into space world for a little while, and then it goes right back into kind of country music. And so I left it. I was like, this is exactly what it definitely needs to be on here. I'm so glad I didn't leave it off. Because she's listening to it. A lot of people seem to like that one. Jeff's saying, coffee cheers. What's up, everybody? Tammy says, my sister is asleep in the other room. She was hoping for a live. I can't wake her up, though. She needs a rest. Yeah, let her sleep. The replay will always be here. Diligentia says, I'm coincidentally enjoying my second cup of Joe and I had to tune in. Cool, man. Yeah, I actually showed up to morning coffee and forgot my coffee this morning. I'm in a new room. I'll blame it on that. So we're going to do one of the old-fashioned coffee cheers with no coffee mug, where you go, coffee cheers, and then you pretend to drink. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, man, that's great. I've already had my 3 cups of coffee, 1 Bang energy drink, and then I've got probably 1 Monster left just to get me through the morning. It is a cold morning in Los Angeles, California. I don't know what's going on, but it's been kind of cloudy and cool the last few days, and I don't mind it, man. There's a gigantic fire raging out in Pacific Palisades. So if it rains, that would be great. It'd be, God, Buddha, Allah, Charles Manson, anybody who's listening, if you can make it rain, make it rain. They said this fire, I believe they just arrested an arson suspect. And it's really scary and sad when you realize how many of these fires in California, they're set by people. People are setting the fires. I remember when we had all the big fires, maybe 2 years ago, a year ago. Hard to tell with the shutdown and everything. But a lot of California burned, and it turned out there were people setting fires, I believe. But I was reading, what's this news site I read for LA, KTLA.com. They said they've just arrested a suspect who burned down, so far like 2,000 acres out in Pacific Palisades. They're evacuating Topanga Canyon, which is actually a location where I was looking at buying a house about a year ago. And a friend of mine told me, she said, the only bad thing about that area is fire. Like you'll have to worry about fire. There will probably be a fire. And I texted her a few days ago and I said, hey, remember when you told me that I might not want to buy that house because of fire danger? And she said, yeah, they're evacuating Topanga Canyon. Mandatory evacuations today. She was like, oh my God, I'm so glad you didn't get that place. Because it might be on fire this week. Who knows? But either way, I hope everybody's doing good and safe. What's up, extra small doll? This is a new character just popped in that I've never seen before. Mia from Seattle. What's up, Seattle? That's kind of cool. Yeah. So if you don't know, on Morning Coffee, it's just kind of freestyle. I don't show up with a script. Like today, I'd like to talk to you about the top 3 tips on how to start a YouTube channel. It's just kind of, we just turn it on live sometimes. We talk. Sometimes I forget you guys are here and I play guitar. And every once in a while, I actually come up with something while you guys are watching that we turn into a song later. Actually, I think Sunsets I played on Morning Coffee, which is a... It's hard to play without a pick. And when the guitar's out of tune. But hey, like I said, it's live, man. Just one string, really. Good Good times. Yeah, man, still getting a lot of good feedback on the record, so thank you guys for listening, for playing it on YouTube or Spotify or whatever. This thing has gotten more sales and more streams so far than I think anything else that I've ever done, solo-wise. And it's been really fun. It's fun to watch the numbers. It's fun to put out music and hear people get off on it. I actually bought a record player so I could listen. I ordered a vinyl from myself and got a record player. And actually it's making some weird sounds on my little terrible, I bought a little cheap toy record player. And the S's on the record are distorting on the vinyl. And I don't know if it's my record player or if it's actually just the vinyl. So if anybody has bought a vinyl and they're still being, I don't know if, I think one has been received, but he wasn't able to play it on a record player at the time I asked him. So I'm waiting for someone else to get it, play it on a better record player and see if the S's are actually distorting. If they are, I don't know what to do. I've never done a vinyl before, and I doubt that I'm going to remix and remaster it specifically for a vinyl. We'll see. But I might. I know what I need to do. On the record, I didn't do a de-esser on the vocals, which means when you say an S, it's pretty harsh. So when I say these harsh S's on the vinyl, it distorts. Only on the S's and only when it's a loud S. It does it like 12 or 15 times throughout the whole record. But there's something really special about pulling that vinyl out, man. I just kind of lost my mind. Because I grew up with vinyls still being a viable way that you listen to music. You know, cassette tapes had come out and then CDs came out pretty soon after that. But I'm old enough that I remember vinyl records being in my room, being at my house, and we put them on all the time. We had everything from Willie Nelson to Leonard Skinner. We had Bill Cosby's stand-up on records. We had Steve Martin's comedy albums on vinyl and a bunch of other stuff. The cool new technology then was cassettes, and then by the time I was in first or second grade, CDs came out. And they seemed like they were from the future. They were like alien music listening things. August says, Old Dirt Road and The Truth Is They're Lying are my favorites. That's wild. Old Dirt Road. It's just this little 2-minute song. This an old dirt road, let it lead you home to a place where people like you belong. But hurry before the light is gone. Just a very simple little song. And I swear to you, I don't know the exact percentage, but that song is I'm getting a lot of responses from people saying like, that's the one. Like I'm obsessed with that song. That's the one I'm listening to over and over and over again. Another cool thing about the whole record is this is the first time I've put something out, and I've been doing this myself. I put it on and play it in the background in the evenings, and I might listen to it 4 times. And I was talking to a good friend, and we were talking about how that's kind of the signal of a good record. Like you can put it on and listen to it all night and it doesn't get old. I said, I know. I do that with music all the time, but never with anything of my own. I'm not quite burnt out on it yet, because you have to listen. Remember, I was listening to that for a month and a half before you guys got started with it. I listened to it straight for a month and a half while I'm editing and fixing things and writing things and trying things. Diligentia says, where can I buy said vinyl? There's a link. I've got a link. malandarras.com/links, I think. There's a button you click and there's options to stream it on Spotify and Apple and everything, or you can buy a physical CD or you can buy a vinyl. I will say, the vinyl artwork it's not premium. The printing job that they did, I may need to redo the pictures. I might not. Still looks cool as hell, but if you look really close, it's not. Well, I mean, it was also photos, all the photos I took with my iPhone, and then one's from like 1972 or 1976 probably, the cover. And then there's a small issue with the S's that I'm not sure about yet. So if you order it, there is a chance, and they're not cheap. I don't make any money on the vinyls because they're so expensive because they make them one at a time. So normally you could buy a vinyl from someone for about 25 bucks, but that's when they order hundreds or thousands of them at a time, house them in a warehouse or a closet, and then ship them out one at a time. So you get a discount if you buy 1,000 albums at a time. This place is doing them one off. I think they charge 33 bucks plus shipping, which is about $5 to $7. So it ends up being 40 bucks. So it's like for the legit real, if you're into vinyl, you get it. Like the people that have ordered the vinyl, I told them the price and they were like, I don't care. Who cares? I want it. I want to get it and just keep it. But I bought myself a little record player. Terrible little thing. I should have known better. But I didn't want to invest a bunch of money in something I'm not going to use much. So I bought a toy record player, and we're getting some distortion issues. Tammy says, been getting to spend a lot of time with my sister, and every time we get in the car, we say, Malan? And they go, yeah. Thank you, man. That's the coolest thing in the world to me is when, I have people send me photos of my album playing in their car as they're on a road trip. And they say, check out what I've got on. And it shows up on their entertainment system. Just to see the name, and you see Cowboy in the Sunshine, and you see your own name. It's reminiscent of that first feeling you get when you hear your music on the radio for the first time. Everybody talks about that. That was the moment when we knew something crazy was going on. And even though it's not on the radio, it's on Spotify or whatever, it's cool to see. It's just cool to see stuff that you do being used out in the wild, whether it's a t-shirt or whatever, coffee cup. Like that was pretty cool. Well, it's good to see everybody's face, man. It's been a little while. I think last week there was no video. Week before that I just did the one replay video, shot a video and put it up. And so it's good to be back on here. Start the week off right on a Monday with the morning coffee family and a cowboy hat. And just checking in to see how the hell everybody's doing. I had, this morning I had to rescue my squirrels from two of the giganticest, biggest, pterodactyl looking ravens I've ever seen. They were kind of skulking around the backyard. They look in the bushes and trees for bird nests to raid and things. And I saw that two of the baby squirrels who are growing up, but they're still very small with a tail. There were two of them out there, and there were these two giant ravens that were probably 15 times bigger than the squirrel. And so the little baby squirrel was in the tree trying to scare the raven away by running down the tree and then backing up and then running down and coming back up, like trying to scare him. And the raven wasn't scared at all. He was just, every time the squirrel would take a jump at him, the raven would come closer. And I thought I was going to see a bird murder go on in the yard. So I had to, I just knock on the windows and all the ravens fly away. So I swear, that would be horrific to watch. I love ravens and I love squirrels. I just would hate to see one eat the other one. But hey man, that's nature. You know, people talk about how they're into nature. Today I went on a nature walk. It's like, that's not nature. Out there on your iPhone listening to a podcast on a trail with a bunch of other people around and everybody's got a bottle of water. That's not nature at all. You want to go out in nature. Nature is a lion coming out of the bushes, out of nowhere, and ripping another animal to pieces and then eating it live. You want to get into nature. Get out in the woods with no phone, no nothing. And get into a fight with a bear. Like try to survive in a area of the woods where a bear has created his residence. You'll get to know nature there. Nature is a terrible, not terrible, but just a bloody, gory thing. We've set up these societies that have taught us differently. But if you want to get back to nature, go out and find you a werewolf. Werewolves are real, right? Find a wolf. Go out there and try to talk to a wolf for a little while. See what happens. There's your nature walk. Me and 2 wolves. Tammy says, we have 2 huge owls hanging out in the neighbor's pine trees. I wouldn't mind if I didn't have 2 cats. Oh yeah. Keep an eye on the cats. I bet the cats they could probably maybe defend themselves against owls, but what I've seen from owls, because I have owls here too, every night the owls come out. And I was Googling owls one day, maybe owls and squirrels, and you find these stories. Owls were in this one person's backyard. They kept finding headless squirrels and headless rabbits, and the rest of their bodies were untouched. And they finally figured it out, and they had cameras set up, or somehow they filmed it. And they figured it out that the owls were just ripping the heads off of birds, animals, and leaving them in their backyard. Not eating them. They were just chewing their faces off and leaving them on the ground. Maybe the faces are the most tasty part. I don't know. But the heads were all missing, and the bodies were untouched. So when you think about an owl, you hear this whoo, whoo, you're like, oh, that's so pretty. That is a killing machine that will violently kill anything that it can get its hands on. What's up? Ahmed is in the house. He said, I missed you guys. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. It's good to see the little morning coffee family popping back in. And it's funny, sometimes I go on little rants or I just start playing guitar. And I look in the stream and you guys are talking about my grandparents are in the hospital, or whatever. I've been doing all right. The kids are back in school. It's pretty cool. Because sometimes I have things to say, or sometimes I'll entertain you guys or whatever, but a lot of the action that I like is in the comments. You guys ask questions, I answer. You post comments to each other, and that's one of the coolest parts. But it's all good. Broadcasting live from a new location in my home. We are in the guest room, up against a plain wall. And maybe one day I'll get something to put behind the wall. What's up, Mike? He says, we have a small dog and sometimes I hear owls in the trees in the backyard. And I've got to make sure that the dog is inside before he becomes their dinner. Yeah, man. Owls are brutal. But that's nature. What I was saying before, like in human society, we pretend that violence is bad. We just came up with that. I mean, we made laws so that people don't just treat each other like owls treat squirrels. You know, cut their heads off and leave them laying around in piles, because without a few rules and regulations, I'm pretty sure that's what human beings' natural instincts and tendencies, that's where they end up. But yeah, we're 27 minutes in, and probably it's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. That's the wild thing about getting up at 5:30. You will have done seemingly a day's worth of stuff, and then you look at the clock and it's like 9 in the morning. I've already had coffee. I've already started running my campaigns. I've already worked out. And it's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's hilarious. And that's a funny thing about affiliate marketing. Sometimes I get questions from people like, why don't you talk about affiliate marketing on YouTube? Why don't you write those blog posts like you used to? And my response would be, what I am is different. I'm a living example of someone who figured it out and now gets to do all of the other things that he wanted to do. That's the reason why I started working from home. I just wanted to make $100 a day or something so I could pursue life without having to be shackled to some 9-to-5 job where I had to be at a place all day every week. So if you're looking for affiliate marketing content, there's 110 fools out there posting about how to make a banner ad get more clicks, and it's all been said before. But what I am is a living example of what it can do. So if you see me talking a lot about music or mental illness or whatever, you see me railing on the news or whatever, I'm nothing but a living example of what that stuff can do for you. I'm not trying to suck you into any kind of dark bullshit. Just a guy. I get to play music at this point in my life because of affiliate marketing. I get to stream on YouTube at this point in my life because of affiliate marketing. Sometimes I think I wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for affiliate marketing. Because I'm one of these people who, I don't know if it's just the artist in me or what, but my heart just breaks at a job. I would have great jobs. I was getting paid very well, especially for a guy with no education. But nothing was making me happy. I hated it. And I worked with my friends and was very lucky. But it was kind of soul crushing. And I don't know if I would have made it. Would have jumped off a bridge or something. accidentally on purpose fell into a river. That's why I love making music now, and I don't care if 10 people listen to the album or 10 million. It's just a miracle to be able to be here today doing exactly what I loved to do when I was 12, 11, which is play the guitar, be left alone. That was always my dream. I just wanted to be left alone since I was a little kid. I remember my dream was to be on a deserted island. Just me, an acoustic guitar, and some coconuts, and I just wanted to be left alone. Maybe a couple horses running around, a couple monkeys, and no owls. That was always my dream. I just wanted to be left alone on a deserted island. And that's what I do. That's what I do now. Although I'm not on a deserted island, I'm in the Hollywood Hills, which was another dream. It's funny how life works, man. You can get where you want to go, but you never know how you're going to get there. Never would have expected to be a marketing guy. Never would have expected it. But it's what you least expect is usually what happens. I think. Hell, I don't know. Tammy said, I always said I wanted to be so deep in the woods it would take a helicopter to find me. Yeah, I like that idea too. Sometimes I think about moving back to Oklahoma and getting a place with some land and some barbed wire fence and a dirt road that you have to drive. You know, you open the gate, take a dirt road for a couple of miles before you get to the actual house, and just go out there, you know, close the gate, plant my flag, and it becomes your own little country. Malan land, and you guys can all come live with me, and we'll have the official real life morning coffee cult. And every morning we'll all come out of our little tiny homes that we live in, and we'll feed the deer and the horses and chickens. And as the cult leader, I'll give you guys a bunch of chores and things you have to do, and then I'll go in my private, gigantic, tiny house with air conditioning and have people feed me grapes, or, you know, that's what cult leaders do, right? Let's form a commune, a big lake in the middle. That'd be cool to have a lake. Diligentius, I actually thought you had moved back to Tulsa from your weather story on Facebook the other day. No, I just saw that it was raining every day this week in Tulsa. I just screen captured it and posted it on Instagram Live or story, whatever. Diligentius says, I'm still down for the pizza cult. August says, squirrel cult, pizza church cult, we can get cows. Yeah, man, we could do it. Maybe we could train owls to capture food for us, and instead of ripping their faces off, we'd just set the owls free. They'd go capture all the animals we need, rabbits, deer, whatever we want to eat, bring back a couple cows, some steaks, and then put the owls away. And pray they don't eat us or any of our children. The morning coffee cult is back. You guys are scaring me. I'm saying some pretty crazy things and everybody's saying I'm in. Hey, we're gonna train owls to go out and kill our food. I'm in. We could do it. What animal is salami? animal do sunflower seeds come from? All right, it's 9:07. It's time for me to get out of here. We are on to just rambling about nonsense, and you guys are agreeing to all of it. So I got to hurry before I actually do start this cult. Who's going to feed grapes to me? That's what I'm looking for. That's the most important thing about running a cult, is getting grapes. I don't know. So thanks to everybody for tuning in to the 60th episode. I'm pretty sure this is number 60. So Morning Coffee family has just turned 60. We are 5 years away from becoming senior citizens. So episode 65 will be our senior citizen episode. What's up, Miguel? It's episode 60. Sitting here on YouTube with some friends. And I'm sure when I turn my camera back on the next time, I'm gonna see all your pretty faces again. That's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody have a great Monday, May 17th at 9:09 in the morning. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, Pizza Cult, trained owl hunters. Somebody's got to write all these things down and put together the pamphlets that we pass out on the side of the streets and everything. But we'll figure that out next time. Whether you're watching the live stream or the replay, I thank you for tuning in. I don't know how you got here, but I hope to see you again. And if you see an old dirt road, let it lead you home. To a place where people like you belong. But hurry before the light, before the light, hurry before the light is gone. And as always, I will see you in the future.